This is a courtroom in the year 897. That man on the throne? He is the defendant, and he has been dead for 9 months. They dug him up on purpose, dressed the body in robes, and put it on trial. This genuinely happened. Welcome to the Cadaver Synod, the single pettiest thing the medieval church ever did. And that is a competitive category. To understand how a pope ends up suing a dead pope, you need one fact about 9th century Rome. Nobody was in charge. The Roman Empire was long gone. What was left was a slice of Italy where the pope was basically a small-time king with a very big hat. And whoever controlled the hat controlled the money. So everyone wanted their guy wearing it. Meet our corpse-to-be, Pope Formosus. Competent, ambitious, and fatally very good at making enemies. Formosus got tangled in a fight over who would be Holy Roman Emperor. And like a man ordering everything on the menu, he crowned 2 different men who both wanted the job. One was Lambert of Spoleto. Remember Spoleto, this whole disaster is their fault. The other was a German king named Arnulf, whom Formosus quietly preferred. The Spoleto crew found out. They were not normal about it. Then, in 896, Formosus did the most annoying thing a rival can do. He died, naturally, of being old. For a moment, it was over. The Spoleto faction never got their revenge. They were going to fix that. After a chaotic year, one pope lasted 15 days, the Spoleto faction finally got their man in the hat, Pope Stephen. And Stephen had exactly one personality trait: hating Formosus. Problem: Formosus was dead. You cannot fire a dead man, unless... So Stephen gave an order. I want you to picture a grown adult saying out loud, "Dig him up, put him in the good robes, we are having a trial." They exhumed the 9-month-old corpse, sat it on a throne, and convened a real church court. They named it the Cadaver Synod. Even they knew that was the headline. Stephen personally prosecuted. He stood in front of the body and screamed accusations at it. The main charge, that Formosus was too ambitious, which, coming from the man who exhumed a corpse to win an argument, is a bold thing to bring up. And because a trial needs the defendant to answer, Stephen made a terrified teenage deacon crouch behind the body and speak as the corpse, out loud. Somewhere in that room was the most uncomfortable man in human history, and it was him. Shockingly, in a trial run by the prosecutor and judged by the prosecutor, the corpse was found guilty. The sentence: every act Formosus ever performed, erased. They stripped the robes. They cut off the 3 fingers he used to bless people, and they threw what was left into the Tiber. They threw a pope in the river. A monk fished him out later. The monk is a real one. Here is the thing about a grotesque public spectacle: people watch it. And Rome took one look at the river stunt and turned on Stephen. Hard. Then part of the main basilica collapsed in an earthquake. In 897, you do not read that as geology. You read it as God filing a complaint. Within months, Stephen was overthrown, thrown in prison, and strangled in his cell. He outlived the corpse's court case by about a season. Later popes cleared Formosus's name and passed an actual law banning trials of the dead. A law you only write when it has been a problem. And the lesson is timeless. If you have to dig up a body to win the argument, you already lost. If you want the next time the church completely lost the plot, that video is right here. Try to stay buried.